This next presenter we have coming up is an amazing woman. Her name is Lorette Lyttle. And you guys that haven't got a chance to get to speak with her yet, like I've seen everyone getting mobbed over here, I'm sure you're going to mob her after you hear her present here. She is knowledgeable beyond belief. And there's a reason why she's in our mastermind group, and because she's probably the smartest one in the group, her and her sister. Her sister's Alicia. She's the older sister. She couldn't make it here. Both of them run their businesses, most of their businesses together. They have, she's going to be talking about outsourcing today, and they also do virtual assistant stuff, which I think she gave access to everybody as a bonus, right? And this part is going to be talking all about outsourcing. So Lorette is the queen of outsourcing and knows how to truly run your product business, any business for that matter, if you want to. I mean, she is just amazing woman, smart. And she'll teach you how to do it on autopilot. If you truly want to travel the world, anyone want to do that? I think I'm going back to Hawaii tomorrow. My son starts school on Monday, but anyway. If you truly want to travel the world while your business continues to grow and expand, you want to learn as much as you can from this amazing woman. So let's introduce Lorette Lyttle.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, thank you. Let me get over here and get this clicker. Let's see if I can work this a little bit better. There we go. All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you, Dave, for having me here. This is a great group. Looking forward to working with everybody. If I haven't met you, make sure to come talk to me after my presentation, okay? So first of all, the beginning, that's a picture of myself and my sister, Alicia. As Dave said, we do everything together. She is my business partner, my partner in crime. We joined Asm 2, okay? So we joined Asm 2, but we had a slow start. How many people buy things and don't do anything with it? All right? Pretty much everybody in here. So I got into the program, and I just didn't have the time. I'm working on some other stuff. We actually had one of our students talked me into joining into it. I joined into it. I said, I don't have time. I'm working on some other things. He kept harassing me, saying, you need to look at this. I said, okay. So it's not until I logged in to the actual system and I saw those badges. You guys see the badges that are in there? And people were making $100K a month, $50K a month. I said, I need to stop what I'm doing and actually look at this, right? So this is something that I need to look at. So what we did is we actually looked at it. And we did our first product, and it sold out. We did our second product, sold out. We did our third product, sold out. I said, this is freaking awesome. I need to stop what I'm doing and keep doing some more, right? So we actually met up with Jason. So Dave was talking about the power of masterminds. We actually met up with Jason at a mastermind while he was in Jamaica. Okay, so we met up with him, and we were telling him what we were doing, and we launched a program with him called Outsource Your Traffic. Was anybody on that webinar that I did with him? A few people, okay. So it was a program that actually helped people that were just starting out on Amazon. They have their product, and it launched them on Amazon. So we worked on their listings and all the marketing and the promotions. We took a ton of different clients, and we took them from $0 to $150,000, $50K, $70K, really launching their Amazon business. When we did this, we sold out in 15 minutes. We couldn't turn off. We had to actually shut down the order page. It sold out so fast. But with this, we had a team of 20 project managers. We had virtual assistants managing over 90 different clients. And we worked on their listings as well as their marketing. And we continued to perfect the process. As you can imagine, we learned a lot from doing this, right? A lot of different clients and a lot of different niches, a lot of different products. But in order to do this, we had to have a system in place because there's so many moving pieces. We had to have a system. So what is a system? I want you to write this down. A system is going to save yourself time, there you go. Save yourself time, energy, and money, right? A system is going to save yourself time, energy, and money. So what is a system? When you have a system, you are in a controlled environment with direction. With no systems in place, it's chaos, right? You have to have a system. You have a proven process that's repeatable, something that you can do over and over again. You have the ability to quickly bring on new team members Because it's all systemized. You have predictable results when you have a system. And when the system is in place, you can expand your business and you can continue to grow. Now, one of the biggest companies, who is that? McDonald's. McDonald's is it's a well-oiled machine. You can pop up a franchise of these McDonald's all over because it's all systemized, right? The fry machine is always at the same temperature. You know, the amount of time that it takes to go through the drive-thru is always the same. It's a system. A system is a recorded process of any task which has to be completed repeatedly, right? Systemization of your business is a key factor in helping you create a scalable, sustainable business that operates effectively if you're present or not. Like Dave was saying, traveling. If you're traveling, you're not there, but you still want your business to run without you. So working on your business, not in your business. You've heard this before, I'm sure, right? So the goal is to continue to grow. You want your business to always continue to grow. You don't want to be stagnant at some specific dollar figure. You always want to continue to grow. And as an entrepreneur, you're wearing a lot of hats. Do you feel that you're wearing a lot of hats? You have one on right now, but you got on 10, right? Because you're doing everything. My mom used to say that you're the chef, the cook, and the bottle washer. But you can't be the chef, the cook, and the bottle washer to have your business expand. Right? Because at one point, you will become the bottleneck in your business. You will become the bottleneck. Where's Joyce? There's Joyce in the back. I was talking to Joyce yesterday, and she admitted, I am the bottleneck. She admitted it. And she said she's the bottleneck because she's a perfectionist, and it's hard to let go. Is that hard for some of you to let go and give the controls to somebody else, right? It's hard to do that. I catch myself doing that. Sometimes I have a background in IT, computer science, and I can find myself sometimes building out the website. And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I building this website? I shouldn't be doing this. But I just sometimes catch myself doing that, right? Because it's hard to let go. But you have to let go. If you don't let go, you're going to stay where you are. Right, Joyce? If you don't let go, you're going to stay where you are. With the proper training and guidance, you can find somebody that can do the work for you. And you will see the change that it will make in your business, okay? So even though you are a perfectionist and you don't want to let go, you have to at some point, or else you are going to be the bottleneck in your business. So although this is amazing business, this whole Amazon thing, it takes work. How many people think it's just a little bit more work than you thought it was? Yeah, just a little bit more work. It's not a push out and sitting in your underwear and make money yet. It can be. It can become that, but it takes work to get there, especially at the beginning. You're doing all the researching, working with suppliers. It's work. Time is involved. And then you have the maintaining, the customer service, the reviews, the inventory. And then you have the marketing and the growing part of it, the promotions, the brand awareness. So eventually it will become a well-oiled machine working for you, but you have to get to that point, and you have to put the systems in place in order to get there. You have to start outsourcing. So outsourcing is delegating work to someone else while you continue to focus on the growth of your business and also enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? It's not going to be all work. You got to work and play, right? Like Dave, I think Dave just came back from Hawaii not too long ago because you have to enjoy it as well. And if you don't have people working in your business and helping you with the outsourcing, you can't enjoy it, right? Because you're stuck to your computer. Now this is actually a picture. This is my daughter and I. We were on vacation. And that picture up there, you like the picture on the top middle? That was my office, right? I'd wake up in the morning, sit on that chair, refresh my screen, make sure everything's all good, and then go back and play with my daughter, right? So we were on vacation, and we were actually resort hopping to different resorts. And somebody asked me, we were at resort number 2, and somebody asked me, when are you going home? I said, good question. I don't know. I have a one-way ticket. Would you like a one-way ticket? Yeah? Because I didn't need to be home. I don't have an office. I don't have a storage unit of inventory, right? Because my business is running on autopilot with my team working for me, right? And speaking of enjoying your fruits of your labor, I'm really excited about this. I live between Orlando and Jamaica, And this is our house we're building in Jamaica. And you can't really see it, but it's built on a hillside. And that's my husband in back. He's back there. Hey, baby, wait. And you can't tell that much from here, but you can see this room right here. It's kind of rounded. It looks like a castle kind of thing. And they just put the roof on last week, and it has a little point like a castle. But anyway, my husband designed that. He said, that's my office, and he said, that's for my queen when she's walking. Say, aw. He got points for that, so give him a high five when you see him. But that's, enjoying your fruits of your labor. So anybody going to Jamaica? We have a tour company there, so if you come there. Anybody been to Jamaica? All right, good. Anybody going to Jamaica anytime soon? Nice. Well, we can give you a nice private tour of the island, so make sure to contact us. And that's him and my daughter. So reasons to outsource. Time. Time is all, everybody has time as an issue, right? Reasons to outsource. You say you don't have time. You just don't like to do certain things, right? There's certain things you just don't want to do. You don't have the skills to do it, your business is not growing, and you just want to spend time doing some other things, right? These are some reasons why you outsource. Now first, let's talk about not having time. Managing your time is so important, time management. Now this is a tool. It's called Toggle, write it down. This is going to help you understand where you're spending your time. Okay, so when you go there, it's a recording, basically. You type in answering emails, and then you click start. And it records how much time you're spending answering emails. Okay, so you can actually see where you're spending your time. And believe me, you will be shocked at how much time you're spending. You're spending more time than you think on different tasks, okay? So what I want you to do right now as a little exercise is I want you to write down what you think, your daily tasks. What do you do on a daily task in your Amazon business? Do you answer emails? Are you working with suppliers? What are you doing on a daily basis? And put how much time you think that you're spending on that. So put answering emails, 30 minutes. Research, talking to suppliers, 1 hour. Do that for a task right now. And then underneath that, I want you to also write down what you're not doing, but you think that you should be doing. So maybe updating your Facebook pages or doing your alliance jobs or something like that. What you're not doing, but you should be doing. Okay, now from that list, I want you to look at it, and I want you to see, out of that list, what do you think you can delegate? What can you delegate from that list? Maybe just circle it. So maybe answering emails, circle it. That's something that you can delegate. Somebody else can do that. That's not worth your time. Now when you're doing that, you put your estimated time. So now you see if you circled it and that's your delegation, look how much time you already saved yourself, right? So you're saying if I spent 30 minutes on email, an hour on this, an hour of that, you circled that, now you're just potentially saving yourself 3 hours in the day, right? Does anybody want to share their list? Do you have any share their list? No? You want to come, Rich, to the mic?
This is too long.
Oh, a summary.
Okay,
Is it? Oh, does that one not work? Oh,
I can speak loud.
okay.
Can you hear me? Check.
There
Okay,
we go.
we're good. All right, so how many people don't do alliance jobs pretty regularly? I'm a serial offender. Alliance jobs, Facebook posting. I have 4 .coms I purchased in my niche for reviews. Thomason, I'm bad with following up with that. Following up with customer service emails. Twitter posts, Instagram, Pinterest. I mean, the
It's a
list
list,
goes on.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm spending about 3 hours a day.
Okay, so
So-
you save yourself 3 hours a day, and that's stuff that needs to be done. That'll help grow your business. Excellent, thank you. Okay. So did that exercise help? A little see what you're spending your time in and how you can actually delegate that. So when you find out where you're spending your time, you can now better understand of where your time is actually going. You evaluate your findings and think about it. Is that worth your time? Is it worth Richie's time to do alliance jobs? No. It's not worth his time. He should be growing his business, expanding his product line, and so forth. So think about, what you can outsource. Now the next one is if you just don't like a task, is there something that you just don't like to do? Press releases, you don't, right? So you don't have to do them, right? Get somebody else to do them for you. Plain and simple, you just don't want to do it. Back in 2000, when I started in internet marketing, not in Amazon, but internet marketing, I was wearing all the hats in the business, of course, and I was answering customer service phone calls. Anybody ever answer customer service phone calls? They suck, right? I do not want to listen to people all day complaining. That's just not what I want to do. That's not putting me in the proper mindset, right, Peter? So that's the first thing that I outsourced when I was doing some outsourcing with our business, because I just didn't want to do it. So you don't have to do it either. So the next reason is you don't have the skills. So depending on what the task is worth, it's worth your time to actually learn how to do it. Most of the time it's not. We had somebody that asked me, how can I get a cheap copy of Photoshop? I said, for what? You don't need to learn how to do Photoshop, right? Hire somebody else to do that for you. You don't need a cheap copy, right? So that's not worth your time spending time to do that. A lot of times when you're trying to figure out something, if it's taking you more than about 30 minutes to figure it out, just stop, right? Stop and find somebody else that knows how to do it. Don't waste your time. Determine your weakness, once again, and find others to fill that void for you. If you don't know how to do something, a lot of times people make this a roadblock, right? If you don't know how to do it, you spend hours trying to figure it out, or you just give up. Don't give up. Find somebody else that can do it for you. So reasons why some people don't outsource. You can't afford it. Is that what a lot of people say that, right? You can't afford it. Would you be surprised how affordable it actually is? You don't know what task you should be outsourcing, or you don't have the time to train somebody else. Does this sound familiar, some reasons? And then with Joyce, she's a perfectionist and doesn't want to let it go. So that would be on the list as well, right? So can't afford to hire somebody. Let's talk about that, okay? So what is your time worth? What is your time worth? Is your time worth doing alliance jobs? No, that's not what your time is worth. Spending your time expanding and growing is much more important than managing those day-to-day operations. They still need to be done, but just not by you. Tasks that are documented and can easily be repeated is something that can be outsourced. Opportunity cost. You've heard of opportunity cost before? An opportunity cost is the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one alternative is chosen. So by you doing alliance jobs, what are you missing out on, right? You're missing out on growing your business. So think about the opportunity cost when you're thinking about outsourcing. And if you can't afford to hire somebody, you can't afford not to, right? I don't know the task that I should be outsourcing, right? I don't know what I should be doing. Success follows blueprints, right? That's why everybody's here. The ASM course is a successful model. We've seen a lot of success. It's a blueprint. Follow it, right? Success follows blueprints. You make modifications and you continue to improve. Document and see results, right? But don't reinvent the wheel. Why? You don't need to. It's already there. Don't spend your time reinventing the wheel. The next is, I don't have time to train anyone. I've actually seen people talk about this in the Facebook group, because hiring somebody is a lot of work. If anybody's hired somebody, you have to spend the time training them, right? And that's a lot of times why people don't do it. They don't know what to train them on, and it takes a lot of time. So a lot of times people say, hey, this outsourcing thing, it just doesn't work out. A lot of times it doesn't work out is because it's your fault, right? It's your fault because you didn't train them properly, right? So you find the training that's out there and you implement it. Once again, don't reinvent the wheel. It's already out there. So reasons to outsource, we talked about these. We talked about not having the time, and we said doing the exercise there, not having the skills, find somebody else. You don't like to do a task, don't do it. Find somebody else to do it. And your business is just not growing, that's another reason to outsource. And then we took these off, reasons why people don't outsource. You can't afford not to hire somebody. You don't know a task, follow the blueprint. You don't have the time, find the training that's out there and implement it. So these are some things that you can outsource. I know this is a long list, a lot of stuff here. right? Long list. We're going to go over a few of these because don't worry, I'm here to help, right? Okay, so I'm here to help. So outsourcing to grow your business. We're going to talk about this in two different sections. The first section is as the business owner, getting set up, okay? So when you're working with the outsourcers, you got to set yourself up. And we're going to talk about setting up user permissions as well as some tools that you can use in your business. And then we're going to talk about, from the virtual assistant side, we're going to talk about customer service as well as marketing. Sound good? All right. So first of all, we're going to talk about from the business side, getting set up, user permissions. Now, when you're working with a virtual team, you have to give them permission to access your material and your accounts and so forth. But you need to set it up so that you still have control, okay? Because if they're not working for you anymore, you need to take that control back from them, right? So user permissions. The first one is a Gmail account. Quick and easy to set up. You can set something up with your business if you have sallyspatulas.com. You can set up an email account with that. But this is the quick and easy way. It's just a Gmail account for your company. Now, when you set that up, in the settings section, I don't know if, did you guys know that you can set up limited access in Gmail accounts? Because you can. You can set up limited access in Gmail accounts. So therefore, you can give your virtual assistant access to the email, but they can't change any passwords. They can't do anything that would manipulate your account, okay? So you can set them with limited access. Of course, in the amazing.com account, you can give them sub-access in there, and it gives them specific roles of what they can do, like they can submit press releases, they can do alliance jobs, and so forth. So you can get specific permissions for them. In Amazon, you can do the same thing. You can set up permissions for your virtual assistant to see as much or as little as you want them to see. So here's just some things that they can have access to. Once again, as little or as much as you want them to see. So they can do managing your inventory, advertising. They can see orders, reports, as well as settings. And media upload. So here's some tools that you can use as a business owner working with your virtual assistant. Skype, pretty common. Everybody have Skype? Yeah, Skype. Skype is something that's readily used with virtual assistants. It's on your phone, it's on your computer, very easy to use, easy communication. Teamwork. Teamwork is a tool that we use for project management. So if you have a lot of stuff going on, you want to manage files, want to manage communication, we use this tool called Teamwork. And I believe they do have a free edition, and then they have paid editions as well. So it's a great organizational tool. This is the tool I love. Have to write this down. I use it every single day. This is techsmith.com/jing.html. Has anybody used Jing before? Isn't it awesome? Yes, awesome. So what it does is that you can do screen recordings of 5-minute segments. So if you want to teach your VA something, and you just want to show them a quick little video saying, hey, Janae's shaking her head. Yes, it's awesome. You're shaking your head and you're saying, go to, my listing and change this and da-da-da-da-da. And you just click done and it uploads it onto their server and you send the link to the VA. And the VA watches the video. It's so easy because a lot of problems that they have, a lot of problems that happen with virtual assistants is miscommunication, right? So if you have this video that you're explaining it to them, it's very hard to miscommunicate that, right? So definitely a good tool. And you can also do screenshots with that. And it's free as well. It's a good one. Next one is just Google Drive. I think it's a great tool to share documents and so forth. Okay? So we talked about the user permissions, and we talked about tools as well. So that's getting yourself set up working with your team. And now we're going to talk about the virtual assistants in the customer service area. So high level of customer service is critical. How many, are you guys regular Amazon buyers? Yes, regular Amazon buyers? Now, when you buy things from Amazon, from non-ASMers, do you get any, thank you for your purchases, join my VIP club, do you get any of that? Absolutely not. So when you have that, you stand apart from the rest because the others aren't doing it. When you respond to some customer service stuff, do people ever say, wow, I've never seen this before? Right? All the time, yeah. I'm sure, Janae, you see that, right? Yeah. Yeah, because they've never seen this before. And that's the kind of customer service that you need to have. Go above and beyond, set yourself apart. Now, when you're working with your virtual assistant, these are things that they can do in relation to customer service. Okay? They can reply to seller feedback, removing negative seller feedback, turning seller feedback into product reviews. We're going to talk about that. Replying to product reviews, creating fulfillment orders, and handling refunds. These are all things that you're probably doing right now, and if you're not, you should be. And if not, your virtual assistant can do this for you. So first of all, actually we'll go to the next one. Feedback. So these are seller feedback. Now, some of you do this, I think, and maybe not all of you, but actually responding to seller feedback. Seller feedback is the area where people respond saying that you were a good seller or a bad seller. You should reply to each and every one of them. And when you're replying, it needs to be a happy reply. And I put my keyword in it as well. Now, I don't have any scientific research if that's actually going to help, but hey, why not? It doesn't hurt, right? So when you're replying to the seller feedback, here are some examples. Somebody's going to say, hey, you know, it delivered on time, product is great, thank you. I'm going to say, you're welcome. We are glad you love your new silicone spatula. Enjoy. It's great, simple, right? Keyword in there. Next one was talking about fast shipping. Don't you love fast shipping? We're happy you love your new silicone spatula. Easy, right? So the point here is to respond to all the seller feedback, put your keyword in there, and always make it happy and upbeat. And don't make them all the same. I saw somebody do one and it was all just templates the same and it was like this long. I'm like, who's going to read that, right? So you got to think, I think Dana was talking about, people are skimmers, right? So just keep it short and simple and reply to all of them. Now also in this section, your VA can help you get feedback removed that doesn't belong there. So product feedback, if it's negative, because sometimes these buyers, they get confused on where to leave feedback because it's seller feedback, product feedback. I don't understand what you're talking about. So they just put everything in the product feedback area, in the seller feedback area. So sometimes they can put something negative, like the product was smaller than I expected and did not fit. Well, that doesn't belong there, and it's a negative review. The VA can actually submit a ticket in Amazon and get that removed. These are things that need to be checked on a daily basis. And you don't need to spend the time checking them, and you don't need to spend the time submitting tickets to Amazon. A VA can do that for you, right? Next is shipping feedback. Somebody can put shipping feedback. The product arrived broken and 2 days late. That's the fault of Amazon, and that can be removed as well. And that's simply by submitting a ticket. And all of this is going to help you because you want to have high seller feedback ratings, right? But once again, this is something a VA can do. Now, turning feedback into positive product reviews. People leave, like I said, sometimes they're confused on where to leave their product reviews. So they'll leave a positive product review. I love this silicone spatula. It's the best thing I've ever had in my life. That's excellent. I'm so glad you left me a great review, but I would appreciate it if you could also leave me a review in the product review section, right? So it'll actually go on my page. That's something that a virtual assistant can do, okay? They can contact these reviewers and ask them to leave a review for the product review section. So you can get both reviews, not only for the seller, but also for the product review. Is anybody doing that right now? A few people? Good. Is it working for you? Yeah. So this is definitely a strategy to implement. And you would have template emails for your VA to make it quick and easy. Replying to product reviews. So you'd create another regular Amazon buyer account. You edit the account details. I'm sure many of you probably know how to do this, but you have a separate account. And with that account, it's going to have the name of your company so that you can reply to reviews. It has to be a buyer account. So you reply to the comment, but always make a reply as positive as possible, even if the review is ridiculous. I'm sure you've seen some ridiculous reviews, right, that make absolutely no sense, but you know, you got to smile and just write something happy and cheery, right? Because everybody's going to see this. Even if you want to write something smart and mean, you can't, okay? So you have to do something positive. Make it as easy as possible for them to connect with you. So when it says, when you say, you know, please, somebody's complaining about the product, let's say it's a negative review, and you say, please contact me. Well, you want to put that link that if you go to your storefront, there's a link on there that says contact seller, and you use that link and put it in the review. Say, please contact me at the link below, and put that link there. So it's easy as possible for them to contact you. I've seen some people say, oh, well, send the buyer an email. How do I send the buyer an email? I don't know how to do that. So make it as easy as possible for them to contact you. And the VA can look up the orders and send them a direct message as well. Go above and beyond. So not only are you replying to their negative review in the listing, but you're also emailing them as well. So you're getting them from everywhere because you want that 1-star or 2-star to turn into a 5-star. A VA can also help you create fulfillment orders, right? So fulfillment orders are a quick and easy way to ship out products. A VA can send orders out on your behalf, and they can send to reviewers and bloggers. They can send to buyers that need replacements as well. Something, once again, that a VA can work on. Refunds. Now, I know a lot of people don't do this, but a VA can actually contact the refunders. You have the information of who refunded your products. A VA can contact them for you. Is anybody contacting refunders? You're doing everything. That's awesome. So yeah, you can contact refunders and ask them why they refunded, nice and politely, right? Because they may have constructive feedback to help you make your product better, right? You never know. Something that you didn't realize they're going to share with you. You can also maybe turn an unhappy customer into a happy customer as well. And that's something that a VA can do. A VA can also issue a refund if needed. Okay, so these are the things that we went over that a customer service VA can help you with. Replying to the seller feedback, removing negative seller feedback, turning seller feedback into positive reviews, replying to product reviews, creating fulfillment orders, and handling refunds. And now we're going to talk about marketing. You ready for some marketing? So with marketing, what we're specifically going to talk about is some outside traffic, bringing some outside traffic to your listing that a VA can help you do. Centers of influence. Okay, so you talked about the Thomason blog, centers of influence. In your niche, who is a center of influence? So for example, I used Oprah. Oprah's a great example. She has a book hub. She tells people to buy the book, and it's an instant bestseller. Have you seen that? It's like a rush to buy this book, and now they're celebrities, right? Well, you want to have that same thing happen to you with your product, and you have to do that by connecting with influencers. Bloggers have huge followings, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, right? When they recommend something, people listen, and people buy it. Here's an example. This is a blogger, and she's in the baking niche. Okay, so down at the bottom, here's her shares. Now, it was shared, that's not very good. Twitter, 11, 128, Google+. But look at Pinterest, 31,000 times this was pinned. Wow, 31,000 times. Now imagine if you had a silicone cupcake liner, and she talked about your silicone cupcake liner in this post. How powerful would that be, right? Powerful. This is who you want to connect with to get your silicone cupcake liner out there and spread on Pinterest 31,000 times. We actually had a client that we worked with, and she actually did have a silicone spatula. And we had, she was an ex-reality star. She was on a baking reality show. And we connected them with the silicone spatula. And she did a video, she put it on her blog, she did Facebook posts all about the silicone spatula. Can you imagine? That was so exciting. It went all over the internet, it was on Facebook, and she's still getting sales on it right now because it's on her website. So of course we did press releases, we put all this attention to it because this reality star that was on a baking show is using our silicone spatula. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So influencers. Now, most of these bloggers, if you go to their page, you can see there's the contact us. And a lot of them have a contact us section and media kits and so forth on how to work with them. This is a very powerful strategy. But once again, this is something that you don't need to do. This is something that your virtual assistant can go out and find these bloggers and connect with them to get this done. So they can recommend bloggers recommend something and people follow. Put your product in their hands. You can do guest posts, giveaways, reviews. The VA's role would be to contact and ship the samples to the various bloggers. Our virtual assistant has a Google Doc with all the bloggers that she contacts. And if she shipped it, she didn't ship it, they received it, she posted it, has all the information. She does it all for us. You can find holiday gift guides, giveaways, and product reviewers. So centers of influence, so that's with the influencers. Now we're going to talk about reporters, okay? I want you to write this down. Helpareporter.com. So these are reporters. This is a website that reporters go to because they are looking for content for their writing, right? They're looking for content. And it's from small blog posts to large syndicated magazines, even to TV shows, okay? We've had some of our students get on Fox News. We've had one student that was on the Dr. Phil. You guys know Dr. Phil? Huge, right? Dr. Phil, Oprah. So he was doing a summer giveaway. We submitted one of her products to the summer giveaway, and she was on there. He talked about it on TV, and it was on his website as well, because her product was part of this summer giveaway promotion. And now on her Amazon listing, she actually has an image that says, seen on Dr. Phil's summer giveaway. That's powerful, right? Did press releases around it, because now she's connected to Dr. Phil. And now when you type in, Dr. Phil giveaways and stuff, what comes up? Her product, right? So she's tagging on and milking that for all that she can with the Dr. Phil giveaway. We've had timeshare magazines. We've had somebody, this isn't Amazon, but as I said, we have a tour company. And we actually got a notification from this about somebody that wanted to do, tours in Jamaica. And it was for a huge, big magazine. Have you heard of RCI Timeshares? Yeah, they're a very big company. They actually flew a photographer and a reporter down to Jamaica to interview my husband. He was a featured article in this magazine about the tour company, and it went out to their entire database for marketing for our tour company. And that was just from this website, right? So the potential is there to really get your brand and your products out there. And this is something that a virtual assistant can do for you. Does anybody have a product in the pet niche? Pet. All right. Does anybody have a product in the hymn, like a product for men? Product for men. Okay, product for men. Here's an opportunity right here for you, okay? So the first thing that you have to do is go to that website and you sign up for the free account. Okay, so there's a free, this is your homework for the two of you. You have to do this tonight. You sign up for the free account, and it has right here the South Florida Luxury Guide. It's a pretty good guide to be in. South Florida Luxury Guide is seeking items to place in our shopping guide for our September-October issue in the pets and hymns section. Okay? So what you do is you send them your little pitch, like I have a dog deep shedder, and this is what it could do, and it would be great for a South Florida luxury guide because it'll keep your dog cool in October or whatever, right? So you do all that, you send them a little pitch, you send it to there, it's due at 7 p.m. on August 12th, okay? Cool, right? And these come in on a daily basis. Every day there's like a long list of all these opportunities. The virtual assistant would go through it, submit your little pitch to them, and then you can get picked for some extra visibility. This is golden. You guys like this? Yes. And you too, hopefully you'll get picked. I want to look at this. I live in South Florida, so hopefully I'm going to open it up and see your products in there. The next thing is gift guides. So bloggers, have you seen bloggers with gift guides, holiday gift guides? Have you seen that? Yeah. So they have gift guides that they put out. Father's Day gift guides, Mother's Day. Oh, thank you. Thank you. They have Father's Day gift guides, Mother's Day gift guides, and they're now doing, where can I put this? They're now doing back to school gift guides. So what your VA can do is actually go into Google and you Google gift guides. So back to school gift guides. And you can find all of these bloggers that are doing gift guides. And you can get your product. The virtual assistant will ship the product to the blogger to get noticed in the gift guide. The blogger does a review. It's now on their website. Now, not only are you getting more visibility with your product because the blogger is going to share it in all the social media platforms, but you now have an SEO backlink. For those of you that are in SEO, you know how powerful that can be, right? because now you have a backlink. So personally, we have a lot of our products in gift guides, and I was typing in things, my keyword, and the bloggers' websites were showing up with my product, as their gift guide. It's great for me, right? I didn't do anything, right? So with the gift guides, so the VA can find various gift guides and submit your product for review, ship the product, follow up on the posting. This is all tracked in a Google Doc or an Excel file. Get a press release written about it, that your pet deferminator was in the pet gift guide for Christmas. Get a press release, submit the press release. They can add the press release to the URL booster. Okay? So that's something all the VA can do. Okay? This is very powerful as well. You get the SEO backlinks, and you also get that extra visibility for your product. The more visibility, the better, right? The more brand awareness. And these bloggers love this stuff because they get these products, they use it for free, and their people love them even more. A lot of times they'll even do giveaways for your products as well. So gift guides. The next is social media. So a virtual assistant can help you keep your social media accounts active. I know that's something that you were put on your list as well, right? Posting on your different social media accounts. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, right? So with us, we have Facebook pages on our specific brand, and then we also have generic Facebook pages, just like I Love My Kitchen, and it has all kitchen stuff. And then when it's ready to promote, we'll post our stuff on the I Love Kitchen page. So we have two types of pages. And we actually have just like Janae, we have an ad manager that does ads, but then we have our virtual assistant that just keeps the page alive, okay, with the commenting and adding posts. And here's an example of one for our kitchen one. She just put up something with roasted banana coconut cream ice cream. Just found this on the internet, posted it to keep it going. Here's one with our pets. We have a pet one. You guys like that? I did the math. We can't afford the cat, right? Just to keep some humor in it as well. Now, some tools. Buffer. You guys ever used Buffer? Buffer is a great tool to schedule posts. Of course, you've used it. Buffer is a great tool to schedule posts. Okay, so they can load up a lot of different posts on here and say exactly when they want it to go. This is also great as if you're starting with your virtual assistant and you want to make sure that they're doing a good job. You can go in there, have them load up all their posts, and then you review it to make sure that the posts are what you want them to be. Okay, so that's a great tool right there, is Buffer. Next one is, this is through Buffer, but it's called Pablo. You can create images with posts. You can create quotes, Have you seen those, background, like right here, there's great pictures for the mountains. That's just like the mountains and a quote on it. You've seen those? This is a tool that can do that for you, and that's free as well. Canva is another great tool, and these are all tools that you can give to your virtual assistant for them to do it for you. Canva takes beautiful images, and then you can put quotes and stuff on them. Okay, another great tool that you can use for Facebook. Another thing to make things quick and easy, Chrome extensions. Google Chrome has all these extensions to make your life easier, right? So one thing that our virtual assistant does as part of her daily tasks is she goes to msn.com and just browses around at stuff that's happening, right? So we have a I Love Kitchen page. And so she went to MSN and there was an article on, it was like top 10 kitchen gadgets or something like that. She saw that on MSN, and all she has to do is with her Chrome extension, add it to Buffer. See, it says buffer this image. And then she can also pin it on Pinterest. So right there, just like that, very quickly, she took this one image, put it on Pinterest, and put it in Buffer, right? Just to make things easier for you. So there's a lot of different Chrome extensions out there that make your life easier. Now this is an example. It's hard to see, but after talking with Joyce, she actually asked me about Twitter. What are some things does anybody use Twitter? Yeah? All right. So Twitter. This is something that I call Twitter jacking. It's my kind of made-up word. So what I do is, this is what our virtual assistant does, is there's this tool, write this down, Twitonomy. It's free. All these tools that I'm giving you are free, which is good, right? Free tools. Twitonomy. Now, what you can do when you go there is there's a section that you can type in a keyword. So with this, we are doing with one of our clients, and she's in the microwave cooking niche. So we did microwave cooking, and you can see all the conversations that are happening on Twitter that have to do with microwave cooking, okay? So we have all these conversations, people talking about microwave cooking. There's this one right here talking about her daughter makes microwave potato chips, and it was a video of her daughter making microwave potato chips. This particular product had to do with a kid's microwave bowl, okay? So that's a perfect fit. So what we did is we replied to this and said, wow, that's a great video. Bella's, having fun. Check out these microwave kids plates. And our link, the tracking link for it. It's hard to see, but you can see as soon as we did that, this was at 4:17:03, 4:17:03, 4:17:04, 4:17:04. This is the timestamps, 4:17:04. Instantly, people were clicking on the link, right? Powerful, right? Powerful. So instantly, just like that, I just hijacked that conversation, right? I just hijacked it, and people were like, whoa, click, 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 click. And we saw all these clicks coming in. I'm like, yes, all right? That's fun. I actually like doing that. But that's something that your virtual assistant can do. Twitter jacking, okay? So that's what, at Twitonomy, that's a cool tool right there. And when I said when you use the tracking link, I could see exactly when they were clicking on it. Now the next thing that your virtual assistant can do is the Asm Tools, okay? So Asm provides a variety of tools that can be used, and as you guys know, they have the VA can do Alliance tools, the press release tools, URL booster. Those are different things that your VA can do as far as the Asm tools. So we talked about customer service and marketing. Do you guys like those? Those good tips? Yeah? Yeah? Something that the VA can help you with? Yeah? All right. Now the last thing when you're working with your virtual assistant is that you need to make sure that they're reporting to you on what they're actually doing, because you're not in front of them face to face, right? So you want to know what they're doing, and that's called an end of the day report. And it can be very simple. All you need to know is what did they complete, what issues are they having, and what's the plan for tomorrow, right? So you want to know what they're doing, and they have to submit it to you every day so that you can review that as well. Okay? You guys recognize this guy? So Robert Kiyosaki talks about leverage. He says leverage is the reason why some people become rich and others do not. Leverage. Leverage is the action in which you can get more done with less. More done with less of your time, right? Now there's different types of leverage. Leveraging other people's time. Hire somebody else to do the work for you, and you're leveraging their time. You're going to get more done with less of your own time, okay? Leveraging other people's knowledge. Participating in events just like this. You're leveraging our knowledge. You're leveraging knowledge of everybody in here as well as all the speakers. Because what's that going to help you do is achieve the success a lot faster. And also leveraging systems. You want to leverage systems that can reduce the time and effort you need to spend to see success. If I can get something that's going to reduce my time and effort, I'm all for it, right? So you want to leverage other people's time, knowledge, as well as systems. And I want to introduce you to Ava Education. Now, how many were on my webinar when I talked about this? Okay, so quite a few of you, actually. So inside Ava Education, how do I get, what's escape, Dave? Is Dave in here? Second. That's okay. How do I, oh, let me get it back. We'll just put it back here. So half the room saw Ava Education, right? Half the room saw it. So the other half that didn't see, oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. So half the room saw it, half the room didn't. But what Ava Education is, it is Amazon Virtual Assistant Education, and Ava is also my daughter's name. But that's Ava Education. And what this is, Rich, you just had a daughter, right? Ava. Yeah, named it after Ava Education. Congratulations. That's a great name. Good choice. Inside Ava Education, it's a training portal that gives all the tools, everything that I just went over, the responding to buyer feedback, setting up your permissions, all of that information is documented step by step inside this training portal. So what you do, we talked about leveraging other people's time. You hire somebody, a virtual assistant, leveraging somebody else's knowledge, the knowledge of myself and my team have gone in here, and leveraging the system in here to make your life easier. When you log into this site, what it is, it's a training portal. You would give this to your virtual assistant, and the training is right there. So when you say, I want you to reply to all of the customer emails, how do I do that? It's all in Ava Education, right? Reply to, I want you to convert the product reviews to positive product reviews. It's all the training is in there. So your virtual assistant knows exactly what to do on how to manage your business. Now that's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of energy, right? Because the virtual assistant knows exactly what to do. And a lot of people said, well, I don't know what to give my virtual assistant. What is she supposed to be doing? Well, we have a daily checklist in there on what they should be doing on a daily basis. We also have a really cool form that's the end of the day report. We talked about the end of the day reports and how important that is. On this end of the day report, they have to actually check exactly what they did. There's a section that says customer service. There's a section that says marketing. They have to check off what they did for the day and submit it for you. So it's all there in a system. Sound good? Yes, Ava Education. So the goal is to see your business grow, right? To see your business grow. You have to leverage a team as well as leveraging systems to focus on growth, profits, and enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? You have to enjoy it as well. Now, as your bonus, this is what everybody gets. 2 months of Ava Education, absolutely free for everybody that is in here, okay? So all you have to do is write that down or take a picture, whatever you need. And that will give you access, it gives you instant access to Ava Education, okay? And what we have in there is, like I said, Amazon changes, as you know, so we continuously update it. They just recently changed the inventory, how the page looks right there, so we changed all of our training to match that, okay? So we're consistently doing updates. We're also going to be doing monthly webinars as well to keep your VA up to date with what's going on. So we're doing webinars for yourself and for your VA because things are always changing and we change with it. Okay, so you get 2 months of the Ava Education. Now people were also asking me about the list launching, how we did the Outsource Your Traffic with Jason. We do not advertise that anymore. It's not advertised, but if anybody's interested in it, you can let me know. But we also offer that as a service to help you actually get launched on Amazon, to get your product up, to do your listing, do your images, we do your promotions, basically do everything for you, okay? And that's our team that we have doing it with our system. So if you're interested in that, let me know as well. So here's where you can connect with me. So Facebook, you can connect me with Facebook, or you can send me an email as well. Okay? All right, do we have some questions? It's $47 a month. No questions for me? Okay.
Would you recommend, when you're just starting to hire a virtual assistant, do you get one person that kind of does a little bit of everything? Or would you recommend hiring a few people, maybe one focusing on social media, one on the Amazon listings and the product? I'm just concerned maybe if I have one person focusing on everything, they're going to be more of a generalized employee instead of finding a specialist that's really good at images and being creative and another one that's good at data entry.
Yep.
So I want to know your input on that.
Yep, good question. So we have actually, I think it depends on who you find, First of all, so we have one virtual assistant. She's a superstar. She can do everything. And then we have one virtual assistant that we just focus on customer service because that's her thing. And then there's the one-offs. So for example, our virtual assistant that we have doing customer service is not our press release writer. So we have just one-off, you can get somebody on Fiverr to do a press release. But then your virtual assistant would work with that Fiverr person to submit it and so forth. But I do think that it's a good idea to have different people that can specialize in different things. Yes.
Thank you so much. It's really powerful, and I suddenly feel like a lot of relieved,
Good.
feel like I'm, a lot of stuff's removed from my shoulder.
That's how you should feel, yes.
Yeah. So my question is, what are the things that you should not be outsourcing? And I mean, for example, coming up with your brand name, product selection.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is the minimum that you should do it before you hand over to the other people?
Yep, so I think that's dependent on you as well. But for example, for me, for product selection, I would have our virtual assistant do the research, but I would be the end person picking what product that I would be doing. As far as everything else, I mean, I do a lot of it with virtual, and I mean, if there's anything that they escalate things to me, so for example, if there's a irate customer that's just really mad, that's something that I need to handle, and they'll escalate things to me. Does that answer your question? So product selection, they do the research, but I'll be the final person.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I struggle a lot, like product selection.
Yes.
So our education, does it have some training on how VA can do the product selection and all?
That's actually not in the AVA education, but that's definitely something that I can add on how they can do the research for you, gather the information. We have one of our virtual assistants is going through suppliers and gathering different suppliers, putting it in a document for them, and highlighting the top ones for me to now go follow up with. So they do the tedious work and then summarize it for me to do the final part.
You can also have them watch the ASM training because it's the same training anyway.
Yes.
Give them access, the virtual assistant access to amazing.com, and they can watch the video that I did on product selection.
There you go.
That's really powerful. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Hi, this may be redundant. By the way, thank you. Great information.
You're welcome.
Did you say, or have we heard yet, the best place to find a good VA?
Okay, so we have VAs in 2 locations. We have VAs in the Philippines, and then we also have a VA service in Jamaica. So we actually have an office in Jamaica, and we have virtual assistants there. And they first started off with general customer service that we provide to people, but then people were asking me about virtual assistants for Amazon. So we brought some virtual assistants for Amazon as well that work in our Jamaica office. And the difference with the Jamaica office is because English is their first language. So we actually have some writers and stuff in our Jamaica office, and the time zone is the same. So that's a big difference. And then we also have teams in the Philippines as well. So those are the 2 locations that we have.
So you're saying we just deal with you and you source the VA?
So we source the VAs in Jamaica. The ones for the Philippines in AVA Education, we actually have recommended places where we've gotten VAs from in the Philippines.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask about any reason why you use Toggle over Rescue Time? Is it just a matter of preference, or?
Just a matter of preference. I've actually used both.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both great tools.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's just curious. I've never heard of Toggle. I've been using Rescue Time for years.
Yeah,
So.
I think Toggle is just really simple. It's just start, go, start, go. Just, But has that helped you, Rescue Time? Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering, when you want to start with a VA, but it's not really a full-time position, can you get VAs that really just work scattered hours or something like that, or particular tasks until you grow bigger?
Definitely. I definitely recommend starting part-time because, first of all, they're not going to be doing that much work anyway, just a few hours a day, so I definitely recommend doing part-time. You can start with. And there's tools out there. You can do them a flat fee, just this is what you get, $200 a month or something, or you can do it hourly. And there's different tools online that you can use to track their time and stuff. But I recommend just the flat part-time fee.
Okay, so like if you did the flat part-time fee and you say $200, and then we signed up like for AVA Education, then that equates to so many hours, for example, in a month.
Correct.
And then they communicate with you maybe with the end of day report of how many
Correct.
hours they have.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
then you would know that you can up the 200 to 250 or 300 when you realize that they need to start spending more time.
Correct.
Okay,
Exactly. Yep.
thank you.
Good. Anything else? All right.
Lorette Lyttle, what do you guys think?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Obviously,
Chris.
if you have more questions, she will be available. She's not leaving for a while, so she'll be here all weekend. Make sure you pick her mind. As you see, she's super smart. See, like Peter talked about this morning, we surround ourselves with people that are smarter than you. Well, I'm not going to tell you I'm the smartest one in this room by far. I surround myself with my technology guy here, Mrs. Everything over there. All these people in the room, we're together because, I surround myself with people that are smarter than me. So thank you, Chris, for being smarter than me. I can't respond to that.